unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live, Boxingego Unpacked. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. September 30th, it's about to go down. Jermell Charlo stepping up 2 weight classes to face payday. You want payday? I know that. Canelo Alvarez. Now, they just did the press conference and the press tour, and we got to see both fighters kind of face to face doing the face off. They were in New York and then they went to LA. Now, I want to know from you guys in the comments section, what did you make of the initial face off between the two? Was the height differential what you expected? Was it less than you expected? You know, let me know that in the comment section. Now, in the past, Canelo Alvarez has faced some taller fighters. Guys like Rocky Fielding was taller, Danny Jacobs, Caleb Smith, and that's just to name a few. Even Avni Yildirim, I believe, was taller than him. But enter Jermell Charlo. He has kind of a mean streak. He can box. He bangs when he wants to. Pause. And it's just a different fight. Especially since if you look at outside of like Danny Jacobs and maybe a few others, a lot of the guys that Canelo was fighting that were taller than him, Billy Joe Saunders and Caleb Smith, Avni Yildirim, most of those dudes were European, Eastern European, like Kovalev and things like that. But with Jermell Charlo, he's dealing with a completely different style. And we haven't seen that from a lot of recent Canelo fights. I mean, you look at his whole run on DAZN, Canelo has, let's say, double-digit fights with DAZN, but he's fighting kind of a style that's tailor-made to him that we know he does well with. And that's kind of a European, Eastern European, flat-footed type of style. Guys like Billy Joe Saunders, guys like Caleb Smith and Avni Yildirim. I don't really know many people that gave those guys a shot to beat Canelo Alvarez. I truly don't. And even his last fight in Mexico, he fought against John Ryder. Don't know anyone who thought John Ryder was the man that beats Canelo Alvarez. So you see, Canelo Alvarez has continued to fight this style. Now, an American style would be like Sugar Ray Leonard's and the Floyd Mayweathers, the Pernell Whitakers, and just guys who have this great complex style. I mean, he did fight Caleb Plant, who's also American, and he has kind of a slick style, and he uses lateral movement, these types of things. But I think the difference being is Caleb Plant, I don't know if he had the power that would force Canelo to respect. Now, although I haven't seen Jermell Charlo at 168 pounds, so I don't know if his power carries up 14 pounds, just based on how he puts the emphasis and torque on his shots, I would say that Jermell Charlo, Canelo can't fall asleep at the wheel with his power, even though he's moving up 14 pounds in order to make this fight a reality and undisputed versus undisputed or whatever they're framing it as. So I think even though he's moving up, Jermell Charlo, I've never seen someone, but again, you got to take this with a grain of salt because we haven't seen him 2 divisions higher than he's moving up now. But we haven't just seen anyone be able to walk through all of his shots. I think his style and the way he throws the punches and the meanness and the grit and, you know, putting something on it, I don't really think that he's gonna not try to hurt Canelo Alvarez. So I want to know what you guys think from the size differential. To me, it was pretty much what I expected from seeing past picture. There's a past picture I made a video about of Canelo Alvarez, and both Charlo brothers. And I knew there was going to be a height differential, but at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. The height difference was pretty much what I expected it to be when I seen them doing the face-off. Some people, they thought it was greater than they expected. Some people thought Charlo would look a lot bigger, but you have to keep in mind, this is the Charlo from 154. He's not quite as tall as his brother, and you know, it is what it is. But I think it'll be a great fight. I think both guys are gonna try to prove something here. Canelo Alvarez has received some different level of concern. His last two performances with Triple G.
Hey, no, guys. Hey, Max, guys.
I don't think he looked great, especially, see, this is the thing with the fight like Triple G3, that was a trilogy fight, and I don't think that Canelo looked great, and I don't think Triple G looked great. So it just put forth a not great event, and I think it didn't do Canelo any favors because you didn't look great against a 41-year-old, about to be 42-year-old Triple G, and he didn't even look good. And he even hurt Canelo late in that fight, if you guys rewatch it. So I think that particular trilogy fight, it left a lot to be desired. I mean, even the John Ryder, you were fighting in Mexico, so you had 50,000 Mexican fans waiting to see you return and root for you and this, that, and the third. And then you broke John Ryder's nose. He's busted up looking early in the fight, and somehow he makes it to the distance. That's just not the type of performance that we've come to expect from a guy as experienced as Canelo. Canelo has like 60 fights. So in the past, I mean, I feel like the Billy Joe Saunders or even Caleb Plant and the guys, when Canelo got you hurt, he usually has done a better job of finishing you. But versus Triple G in the third fight, and also John Ryder at home, and he was even more, even though Triple G was older, I think John Ryder was even more of a no-hoper because he was shorter than Canelo, or just about Canelo's height, and no one really gave him a chance to beat Canelo. He didn't have the experience. At least Triple G got power and size, some size, and they say the power is the last thing to go. So I expected more, especially in the John Ryder performance from Canelo Alvarez, and truth be told, he just didn't deliver. Especially, you had all the advantages. You were fighting in Mexico. You're fighting a limited guy in John Ryder, who I thought lost to Danny Jacobs, so on and so forth. So we'll see if this size differential means anything in this fight with Jermell Charlo. Completely different style. I think the great thing about Canelo doing a 3-fight deal with PBC is this: there's not going to be any gimme type of fights. PBC doesn't even operate like that. Some of the other promoters, they might allow, like DAZN, they'll allow Canelo Alvarez to fight, you know, Paul Plato and Billy Blanco and all these other obscure names, only to lose money based on how much they have to pay Canelo Alvarez. But nobody else in the industry, especially not PBC, is going to do that. They're not going to allow Canelo to fight a 3-fight deal, make mega millions, and just fight tune-up style fights that he wants to fight, like Avni Yildirim. So I am happy that he signed the 3-fight deal, and he's like, hey, thank you, Al Heyman, you know, for the experience, and everybody's hospitable and treating me well with PBC. This is literally the biggest fight Canelo has been involved with in quite some time. I don't remember another fight that had this, and this is a guy moving up 14 pounds, so you got to give Charlo some credit here. But I don't remember this anticipation for a Canelo fight in quite some time, you know, possibly since Triple G Part 2, you know, and I'm not even being funny, you know. Maybe some people want to see Caleb Plant a lot, or Bevo, but I just don't think those guys had big brands and names. Everybody knows the Charlo brothers, though. Everybody, you know, that's why when Caleb Plant and Charlo gets into it, it goes viral and things of that nature. Everybody knows the Charlo brothers in boxing for quite some time. So we will see how it all plays out. Size differential for me, I want to give you guys the ego reaction. It was pretty much what I expected. I didn't expect Charlo to look like Rocky Fielding, but then again, it's not about just size. He's definitely bigger than Canelo in terms of just stature, But then Canelo has the advantage because Canelo, people have to understand, even though Charlo walk around weight naturally bigger, he's cutting down to 154 versus Canelo has 2 fights at 175 and he's been campaigning at 168-ish and he's fought at 160. So he's had plenty of time to be over 160 pounds and acclimate to going 12 rounds with 160 plus pound frame. Jermell Charlo has one night and it got to all make sense. You looked at Spence and Crawford, and Spence Crawford, you know, I don't know what was going on with Errol Spence's weight, but he looked flat and he looked just out of rhythm. He just looked like he hadn't been in the ring or whatever was wrong. And then you got a sniper like Terrence Crawford, and it is what it is. So at the end of the day, to me, I think, Charlo got to get it right on this given night. We'll see how it all plays out. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. I am the best in the business, and it's not even close. Deuces. And I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We work it.